Hey guys, I'm Reidy from Bondi Rescue and I've just swum from Sydney all the way up to central Queensland. As you know, I'm a lifeguard and I love the ocean. And today I'm here to swim upstream to speak to some farmers and researchers and find out exactly what the livestock industry is doing to minimise the impact on the Great Barrier Reef, which is just over there. We better get to it.
Is that you? Reidy, what are you doing here, mate? There's crocs there. Get out of the bloody water.
Nice.
How are ya?
mate.
Good.
How are ya?
Now, for goodness sake, put some bloody clothes on.
It's been a swim, I tell ya. So, Nath, what are we doing here?
Mate, we're fishing for barramundi. It's one of the indicators for river health.
So, barramundi, it's an indicator. What are some other indicators?
Sediment, nutrient, pH, salt, a bunch of indicators.
How does the sediment get, for one, into the water and then make its way out to the reef?
If there's too many cattle on and they don't sort of have strategies for managing that, the cover gets really low, and then when it rains and the water hits, that grabs more soil and takes it out into the waterways and out onto our Great Barrier Reef.
What is it about the sediment? What's it doing to the Great Barrier Reef?
So the sediment, when it goes out onto the reef as a plume, it spreads out and then it settles down as like a blanket, and that fine sediment covers the coral, and when it doesn't have light, that means that the corals eventually die.
So, Nath, it looks like I've got a bit of a swim ahead of me, and I think I've caught myself a bit of a rockfish, so I might leave that with you. I'm gonna swim up the Fitzroy and find out what the producers are up to.
You be careful out there, mate. Swim fast.
Oh, jeez, that was a longer swim than I thought it was. So we're out here at Mountain View Farm, and I'm with Bron. Bron, what are we doing here?
We're down here having a look at one of the riparian projects that we've helped Dave and Adele implement. So the Fitzroy Basin Association provides funding for projects such as this for landholders to implement best practice, try and get the cattle out of our waterways, improve our ground cover, which reduces the sediment and the nutrient and the pesticides that end up in the waterways and ultimately out in the Great Barrier Reef.
So we're out here on Dave and Adele's farm, and I think we're going to go and herd up some cattle. What do we got here?
Yeah, mate, we've got 2 four-wheelers. We'll go move some cattle from one paddock to another.
Let's get down there.
Sounds good.
Right, guys, obviously the Great Barrier Reef, pretty special part of Australia. What sort of systems are you guys putting into place to sort of keep it that beautiful wonder of Australia that it is?
So we've done off-creek fencing, so we fenced off our waterways, limit access to the cattle to coming in, and maintaining a large standing body of pasture to keep the soil and hold the soil together.
So we looked where the cattle like to live down on the creeks, and we looked at the ridges where the cattle didn't like to go, and we fenced along those land types, and that protects the country because you're in it and out of it within a day to 2 days, and then it gets a rest for 120 days.
And the cattle, how do they feel about it?
They're going on to ice cream every day,
Yeah.
and so why wouldn't you be happy?
Does it make your job harder as farmers?
No, makes it a lot easier. As you saw today when we're mustering there, it's a simple move. It takes us all of half an hour, move them into the next paddock into fresh feed. And it's all about staying here long enough to be able to hand it on to the kids, so there's no point us handing over a bankrupt, just a pile of dirt. We want nice country and a profitable bank account to hand over to the kids so they can keep running it for another 100 years.
Beautiful. So, Bron, is this a common system that's being used, or is it just Dave and Adele doing it?
It is common and it's certainly gaining momentum, but I think the intensity that Dave and Adele do with their daily movements, that's not everyone is up to that level. But the key is the rest and recovery, and that can be managed in a multitude of grazing systems. There's no one-size-fits-all in farming, unfortunately, but that's the beauty of the research and the development and the extension that organisations such as FBA can provide, is that landholders have the most up-to-date information and they can apply that to their own circumstances.
And aren't they doing a fantastic job?
They are, they really are.
G'day everybody. I've had a fantastic time finding out what the farmers and researchers are doing to minimise the impact on our beautiful Great Barrier Reef. But for now, I've got to swim home and it's a bloody long way. If you want to subscribe, click up here. And if you want to watch more videos, click just over here. And if you want to leave a comment and ask us a question, click down the bottom here and we'll be sure to get back to you. Bye for now.